today's video I'm going to do my first ever review, and it's on a colouring book, and it's going to go with the theme of my channel, which is tattoos. But first of all, I'll do a bit of background. Now, I'm a massive child and I like to do things that children do, well, most of the things, and colouring is one of them. So I first discovered adult colouring books when I come across this in Tesco's, and it's one of those art therapy ones which a lot of people have been using lately. I've seen them all over my Instagram and Snapchat and stuff like that. I absolutely love this book. The only thing is, because it's so fiddly and so tiny, like the lines in this is ridiculously small. I haven't even finished this one yet. I get bored. I am actually still a child. I get bored easily, and if it's taken me a long time to finish something, I'm just like, do you know what? No more, please. But these adult colouring books do work. So you're having a bad day at work, or you're stressed, or you're feeling sad or down, these books do take your mind off of it. Trust me, like your mind just empties. It's amazing what it does. But again, you know, it lasts an hour and then I'm like, no, let's just go back to Netflix. So the book that I am reviewing for you guys today is this one. I got this off of Amazon. It's Megamunden. I'm not saying that right, I'm going to butcher it, but it's Megamunden. He does a lot of tattoo designs. He's sort of like an Ed Hardy kind of guy. I believe I paid sort of just under £8 for this book. I believe there's like 160 designs in this page, or 166, I can't remember, it's around that, about that. The pages are double-sided, which is one of the cons for this book. So you see a design there, and then there's one on the other side, which is so annoying. But I got this book just so I could colour them in and then frame it. That's my goal for this book, is to frame it. So either way, if it was double-sided or not double-sided, one side is going to be hidden in a frame anyway. That's one of the cons. Another con for this book, I'm going straight to the bad things because there's a lot of good things. I've been using sharpies just because I love the way the colour pops. So if you see in this one here, the face was all done by pencil, and then the rest of it was done by Sharpie. You see the colours stand out so much more than the rest. Let's find another one. So on this one here, I did most of it in Sharpie, and then the end of the wings here is done by colouring pencil. You can just see the difference, like the colouring pencil just doesn't stand out as well as the Sharpie does. The paper in the book isn't the best quality. I mean, I am using Sharpies, but the paper just sucks up all the ink and it goes onto the other side, which is fine for me because I'm going to frame them, so that side doesn't matter. But if you're using this for just like just the colouring and stuff, you're going to ruin one of the designs unless you just use colouring pencil. Because the paper isn't the best of quality, colouring pencils just don't stand out at all, and it looks very flat and very dull. So I would suggest maybe if you just choose one side that you like, then go for it and use Sharpies or felt tips. Felt tips, I believe, wouldn't hold on this paper, because felt tips, if you've ever used felt tips on a colouring book before when you were a kid, it's very patchy, and like little bits of the felt tip just break off and it just gets all very lumpy and soggy, and so I don't believe felt tips would hold up on here. I haven't tried it, so I can't really say too much on that. That's probably the only bad things, the fact that the paper quality isn't the best, and the paper, you know, sucks it all up, and you can only use one side if you use Sharpie, and colouring pencils don't stand out that well on this type of paper. Now to the good things. There's a massive list. This book comes with 2 posters in the middle. Let's get that for you. So they come in like a double page spread there, and you just sort of open them up. So there's one there. It's just like your traditional Japanese tattoo. Very well done. The next one though is my favourite, and oh my god, I can't wait to put this on my wall. It's this one here with the sugar skull, and you've got the owls and the roses and loads of other little designs. Another good thing about this book is the designs are endless. Like if you want to do a page full of roses, there's a page full of roses. If you want to do a page full of skulls, there is a page full of skulls. If you want to do nautical, there's nautical. If you want to do Japanese, there's Japanese. If you want to do animals, there's animals. There's also like double side spreads, so there's like 2 pages with one design on it. It's like humongous. There's also ones that have 2 designs, but one of them is completed, one of them is not. So you've got one here. So this is completely plain, and then this one's already done. So you could copy it or make this your own. Now I can't draw. Let me just say that right now. I can't draw, so that will not be done. I still can draw like a child. And then you've got these ones, so it's kind of like a flash sheet. So you know when you go into a tattoo studio and they sometimes have like flash sheets or designs up on the wall? That's exactly that. So that's what I wanted to make my bedroom look like it was a tattoo studio. Like there's loads of like flash everywhere. We have got this awesome cock. We've got this awesome cockerel here, and it has like a skull in his chest. I absolutely love this. Like I can't believe I haven't done this yet. So that will be my next one. But because I use Sharpies, Sharpies do not come in traditional tattoo colours. So you know at the front here we've got the rich greens, reds, orangey yellows, all that stuff. Sharpies just don't come in that colour. So the ones that I've actually done look kind of amateurish. because I don't have any rich reds or greens. I pretty much have to wing it with what I've got. So that's another bad thing. But that's Sharpie's fault. That's nothing to do with this book. It's just Sharpie's fault for not having traditional tattoo colours. If you get what I mean. So I'll show you guys some more empty designs. We've got these religious-y type ones, which are awesome. And again, this skull here is empty, so if you want to put on your own sugar skull design, you can. We've got nautical ones here. Again, one of my favourite. I love nautical designs. Portraits. Portraits are definitely my favourite one. So if I show you guys what I've done, and you can see, you know, where I'm going with this. The first one I ever did was this one. It's just a traditional gypsy girl. The next one that I did was this swallow type birdie guy. Again, because I don't have the traditional colours, it's so hard to make it look like a traditional tattoo. And then the next one is this like gramophone, which I really enjoy because it's one of those simple ones again. So the next one is my alter ego. I'm just going to call her Treacle. She's just your standard pin-up girl. I use colouring pencils to shade in her body. And I use a mixture of Sharpie and colouring pencils for her hair. I did quite a mixture on this one just to test it out, and I really don't enjoy her hair. Her hair does look very, I don't know, like patchy. The next one I did was a simple design. It's just a heart, roses, keys, and a massive dagger. That was a fun one to do. The only colouring pencil bit here is the dagger. It's good to mix it up between the colouring pencils and the Sharpie because then the Sharpie bit pops, but the rest is still, you know, blended in there. The next one now, this is 110% my favourite. It took me hours and hours to do. It is a portrait one, and this is probably the most traditional looking one that I've done so far. The next one is a sugar scroll, and this looks like a portrait that I have on my thigh. So I have a Day of the Dead portrait on my thigh. There's an actual female face, it's not a skull. And it has blues and purples on it. And then I did a red rose as well because my Day of the Dead portrait has a rose on it in her hair. A standard. I have so many roses tattooed on me, it's ridiculous. The next one is a simple hand design. I believe this is like one of the first ones I did. I didn't do this in order, I just, you know, picked a page and went for it. The next one I did was this one. I did blue hair because I thought it would work, but for traditional sense of purposes, it hasn't worked whatsoever, but you know, I tried something different. The last one I've done is a tiger. I tried to make it look like my tiger, but again, because I don't have the nice dark rich colours, I have to go with bright orange and a goldeny yellow. And then there's a dagger again and some blood, and there's a snake up on there. So that's my review on this awesome colouring book. I cannot rate it enough. There's so much choice in there, like you won't be bored. You'll find something you want to do in there, without a doubt. It's so worth the money. I mean, it wasn't even expensive, it was under £8 from Amazon, and I highly recommend it. So if you like me and get completely bored with these ones, so if you've tried this one and you want something a little bit more simple, you can go for this one. It's just so much fun in this book, it's unbelievable. So I highly recommend it. Go do it! Release your inner child! If you've got any suggestions for of any good colouring pens, please let me know. If you know any pens that come in these sort of colours, please let me know. And if you want any more tattoo madness, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!